Hello, and welcome to Life with Spirit. This is Spiritual Intuitive Sherry Lynn. And many of you have written in and asked if I could talk about how I became an intuitive reader and how I learned to channel and if I was born with it. And so I'd be happy to share. I was not aware that I was born with it. I knew that I was very shy and very sensitive and growing up, and I always felt that it was a liability, not an asset. I remember my mom saying, "You're so sensitive," as if it was a bad thing. And I did not discover my intuitive abilities uh, until I was 43. And it happened because I missed my father, who had passed back in 85. And he was 70 when he passed, and I missed him dearly. He was just a real sweetheart, a gentleman, and taught me what it felt like to be loved unconditionally by him. And I had lots of questions that I wanted to ask him from the other side, and I went to the park on my birthday because we always had a special connection, especially on my birthdays when I was growing up. And I thought, well, this would be a good day to try and connect with him. And I had been reading a book by Sanaya Roman called Opening to Channel, and I'll spell her name. It's Sanaya, Roman, Roman. So I sat in my car and I put the tape into the car. So you can tell it was a while ago. It wasn't an 8-track, but it wasn't an MP3 player. And I listened to it. It was a 20-minute meditative tape, my first time ever doing anything like this. And it was called Opening to Channel. And it just took you on a very easy meditation to get to a place where you might be connected. And I started to hear people singing happy birthday to me. And this was a neighborhood park where they had a lot of birthday parties. So I thought, oh, that's nice. People are having a party. And I opened my eyes to look, and there was nobody at the park. And I realized I was hearing spirit and beloved spirit guides singing happy birthday to me. And it was an opening for me because I felt this pure, unconditional love. So I felt very safe with it and began to hear my father from the other side telling me things that gave me comfort and insight into why childhood was the way it was, which sometimes was very difficult. And it explained, I want to say, everything up until then, and it was very beautiful. And so I continued to channel just for me to get answers about my life and why it was the way it was that only my dad would have known. And it was very comforting. And then I began to be aware that I could sense things about other people by going into this meditative state and helping actually girlfriends and just for fun. And they were giving me great feedback that it was accurate and always loving, always kind and compassionate and very helpful. So after some time, I recognized that it was a gift that I was given for a reason, and it was meant to be shared. And I was shy about it and not sure that anyone would see any value in it, or I had difficulty at the beginning charging money for sharing gifts that God gave me. And so it's been a long journey to get here and be very confident and comfortable channeling and connecting with the divine, connecting with my spirit guides and the spirit guides of others to bring forth guidance, information, answers, direction, and understanding, to bring forth the truth in a loving and kind way. So I also learned energy healing. I'm certified in Reiki and the reconnective healing, and the Yuan method of Chinese energetics. And then, to my surprise, once when I was in a meditative state, connected, Spirit presented me with, I guess, my own, their own way of having me do energy healing, which is my friends call it that thing you do. And I'm shown things and I see things, and I am guided. It's not really me. I can't take credit for any of this. I'm just, as they say, an instrument, and I'm just open and receptive to feeling spirit and feeling the energy and the information. So that's part of what happens when I do the energy healing. I am clairvoyant, clairaudient, and clairsentient, which means I see, hear, and feel spirit, the divine, infinite intelligence. And I would say that the strongest one of all, they're all strong, but the strongest is the clairsentient, where I really feel energy and people's emotions and the guidance, and I'm shown pictures and images, and of course words flow through me of what would be useful and beneficial and always loving for people to know, given where they are at in their journey. And I also do medical intuition, which is not the medical intuition that others do, which is screening the body, scanning the body, and seeing where things are awry. It's different. For me, people generally, spirit sends them to me when they know they've got a physical disease or distress. And they've been to a lot of people and they haven't gotten answers. And this form of medical intuition that I've been given the gift of is to feel and sense and know the emotional root cause of someone's disease or distress or illness. And I believe firmly that our bodies are our greatest teachers. And so they are always trying to help us and help us heal or learn or grow. And so with the medical intuition, when our body is indicating to us that there is something that needs to be addressed emotionally, the body may show it as physical so that the person will ask the body, what's up? What do you want me to know? What's the message? Is there a message? Sometimes there's not. And I often, Spirit sends me people who aren't able to access that themselves. And if they're willing and open, I will go within and Spirit will show me the message, the reason, and what's going on and why. Because emotionally, things may be ready to bubble. They bubble up to the surface when they're ready to be known. And the person is ready to hear it and feel safe and comfortable hearing it. And when that takes place, I'll be able, or Spirit will, through me, express and share and bring forth the reason for it. With that being done, then the client has the choice to do something with it or not. I'll be shown, Spirit will show me what action can be taken place, what action can take place that will relieve the symptoms, if that's the case. Not everybody is meant to be healed with this method, though. And so it's free will. You don't have to do it, and you don't have to follow it. But those that do get relief if they're meant to. And it's really fascinating to me to be able to bring forth the information and see the healing take place. Sometimes I will be guided to combine energy healing with the medical intuition guidance that comes through to give the body a bit of a jump start in the healing process. And that's medical intuition, and that's what I have been brought here to do, is to channel, I feel, to be a spiritual teacher, to impart wisdom about life and what I've experienced by connecting to the divine, and to empower people's own healing with their willingness to move forward. And so that's the story. And thank you for sending in your questions, and continue to do so. Thank you. God bless, and bye for now.